Gareth Elliot, thank you for joining me. Now, just tell me about MobileUK. What exactly do you do?
So MobileUK is the trade body for the 4 main mobile network operators in the UK. That's 3, EE, Virgin Media O2 and Vodafone. And we are the trade body that represents those companies. So essentially what we do is we work with national and local governments to help deploy the networks that we rely on.
Now, the big one is the 5G rollout. Everybody's waiting for it. Everybody wants it. How's it going? Well,
it's already out there. Many people are using it. We are deploying at pace. We're investing around £2 billion per annum. But there are still very many barriers to getting that out as quickly as possible. And we're working with the government. We're very encouraged by the current government in some of the noises it's making since it's come in, particularly around investment and planning. But I think very much we are on track. 5G is going out and we're starting to look at things like 5G standalone and in the future, potentially 6G.
Okay, but this is all about building infrastructure and connectivity. Some people are worried that more masts out there, it'll look ugly. It'll ruin the countryside, it'll ruin the urban areas. What do you say?
Well, the first thing I always say to that is we live in a hyper-connected world where we rely on, mobile is now a necessity, it's not a luxury. And fundamental to that is having that infrastructure to provide that signal. So if you want a good signal, you need to have that infrastructure. And actually, while we see the reporting is a lot about objections, actually on the ground, research that we've done as MobileUK suggests that actually more people are more interested in having that infrastructure there to have that signal and a strong signal rather than what you necessarily see in the press. We're seeing a softening of the public's reaction to this, but it is important to have that infrastructure out there.
What difference do you think standalone 5G will make to the country and the economy?
Yeah, so that's another iteration of the technology, but I think we've got to look about connectivity as a whole rather than necessarily always getting stuck on the Gs. But 5G standalone is important. What it adds is huge amounts of capacity into the system. It's much faster. It's latency, what you might know as the buffering when you're watching your video.
Yes, very annoying.
Very annoying. That is going to be almost eliminated. I think it's more like, I would say, 5G standalone, having a sort of physical connection but wirelessly. It's going to enable new use cases, a lot more automation, things like augmented reality, virtual reality, even automated cars. This is all going to be possible with this new technology. So it's important as a country that we roll this out. The government has set its ambitions as well for 5G standalone for the majority of the population, and we as an industry are working to deliver that.
And if you're a small entrepreneur, they can take on the big businesses with this?
Well, digital connectivity it's a democratizing technology. It's an enabling technology. If you think about the ability to not only engage with customers, but on a global basis and equally access to goods as well, you can set up your shop front on the internet instantaneously. You could set up let's say, a sort of small coffee shop in a field in the middle of nowhere and take payments from it. So big companies have taken years to set up things like their HR departments, their accounting departments. You can now do that with an app. So it really does level the playing field and reduces the barriers to entry for especially small businesses or entrepreneurs.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much, Gareth, for joining us.
Thank you.